It's Tuesday. Are we having a good week so far? If you could let me know that you're having a good week, that would be amazing. Obviously, if you're not having a good week, let me know that as well, because I can send you out some love and we can support you. That's what this group is all about. So if you're not having a good week, let us know so that we can give you a leg up, give you some support, give you some encouragement, and yeah, provide what you need. That is what I'm here for. So this is going to be a really interesting live because I've got a little drink, and it's not the first drink that I've had tonight. So yeah, this is going to be fun. So I've got my sister down, who's just traveled 300 miles to be here, and of course when she arrived about an hour and a half ago, I cracked open the Prosecco to welcome her. And yeah, I've had probably, maybe that's my fourth. So we'll see how this goes. So I can see that I've got a few of you watching. Who have I got here? I've got Sally. Hello, Sally. I've got your question here. I'm so glad that you've joined me live. It's amazing to have you. I think I read your message earlier and you said that it was 11 o'clock. So yeah, I think that's at night, but I might be wrong. Let me know. So yeah, I'm getting into quite a little rhythm on a Tuesday night now. That's when I go live, and I'm already starting to feel like I could go live with you guys a little bit more often, because there's more of us in the group now. I'm starting to get more questions from you, more participation, more engagement, and that is what this group is all about. It's all about me being here to support you and using my 25 years in sales and business and finding customers and converting customers and making customers loyal to the businesses and to the programs and the services that I'm offering and that I've offered in previous businesses, creating that loyalty so that it becomes easier over time to find customers. So that's what I've set this group up for. I haven't set this group up to suddenly like bombard you with product messages and get you to buy from me. You can buy from me if you want, but that's not why I set the group up. I love to help people. I love to see you achieving like amazing results, and sales doesn't have to be difficult. So that is what I'm here for. And I've got a Prosecco. So yeah, cheers to me and my sister who's just gone out to get a takeaway. So sales Q&A. I've got some questions from you guys. So given that I know that I've got Sally here, hello again, Sally, I've got Sally's question. And Sally's question is, when you are recruiting new people into your team, into your sales team, into your business, into your team, and obviously when you're recruiting staff, that usually comes at a cost to you. You need to get them performing as fast as possible. So Sally's question was all about, how do I get my team to perform and create sales in my business and for my business? But how do I train them in a way that doesn't sort of scare them off and scatter them off into the hills because they become worried maybe about the pressure of sales, maybe worried about what if I don't convert? Well, the simple truth is, everybody in sales, I don't care how confident you say you are, and I am a confident salesperson, I don't care how confident you say you are, everybody in sales gets a little bit nervous that maybe that particular meeting or that particular call won't be the one that goes as well as the last one. And so that kind of nervousness and that kind of adrenaline is actually good. So, but you want to set your salespeople up to win. So first of all, if they're feeling a little bit nervous, that's good, because that shows that they want to do a good job for you, Sally. The tips that I would give you is that if somebody is a good salesperson and they have proven success in a previous role or a previous business organization, if they have a proven background in sales, that the number one thing to remember is that sales as a skill is transferable, completely transferable. If one day you can sell pens, the next day you can sell phones, and the day after that you can sell cars, the sales skill, the process to go through to effectively sell to a customer, those skills are transferable. So if somebody's got the proven ability, then they will take that with them forevermore. So the number one thing that you need to do, Sally, is to train them on the product, because that's the one thing that doesn't transfer from company A to company B. So my pen company can train me on the benefits and the amazing features of this pen to help me sell the pen. But when I go to work for the mobile phone company, my sales skills come with me, but I need to know about the phone. I need to know, why should somebody buy this phone and not the next phone? So that's my key message for you, Sally, is if you've got to train those people, it's the products and services that you need to focus on, because they aren't going to be able to do you justice and do your products and services justice if you haven't trained them. Now, what I will say, though, is that sometimes when you're training salespeople, because salespeople naturally are quite pacey people, let me just have a little bit of a drink. Because salespeople, naturally, they're quite quick thinkers. They are usually activist people. They're pacey. They talk, like me, probably quite quickly. It's easy for them to become bored. So when you train salespeople, you need to make it fun. So what I would do, Sally, is create quizzes. I would create competitions. I would use incentives. I would create a buddy system. I would have, maybe like we're doing now, do a live Q&A, so that when somebody gets a question right, you can praise them, because salespeople love praise. Just do anything that you can to make it fun. Make them want to learn it. If what you do is, and I'm not saying you would do this, but if you invite them onto a call to just, present PowerPoint slides at them, they're not going to learn. They might have the slides then to read later, but usually people remember how you make them feel more than what you say, and more than how you say it. They remember how you make them feel. So if you make them feel excited and buzzy about the products, you give them loads of testimonials, you give them loads of case studies, then they will be able to translate that to your customers, and in translating that, they will sell more products. If you just relay messages through, text, through words in emails, through WhatsApp messages, through slides, they're not going to be able to relate that. So I would always find that personal connectivity if you're going to train your salespeople, Sally. Does that answer your question, honey? If it doesn't, feel free to pop me another question. Hi, Louise. We've got Louise. Hello, Louise. Train on the product. Good point. Never thought of it. Fantastic, Sally. Oh, we're only 10 minutes in and I've added value. That's what we like. That's what we like. Oh, and it's 11 a.m. Oh, so Sally, am I being a bit naughty? It's 11 a.m. where you are, and I've got alcohol. Naughty me. Never mind. I'm sure you'll forgive me. You'll forgive me if I give you some great tips to train your team and they go out and do amazing numbers for you. So hi, Louise. Louise, have you got a question for me, honey? If you've got a question, pop it below. We've got Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. How you doing, honey? Lovely to have you here. Mwah, mwah. If you've got a question, pop it in the comments, because I've managed to set my screen up so that I can see the live comments, which is amazing. So I've got another question, and this question, I haven't seen her here with us tonight, is from the lovely Carmen. So if you guys have not met Carmen in the group, you need to meet Carmen. She's a fellow gin and tonic lover. Mwah. But also she is an amazing artist, and I watched a live video that she did the other day where live on the camera she created this amazing painting. Well, I think you did about 5, didn't you, in the end? That they were just phenomenal. She got a hairdryer out, she was spraying the painting, absolutely amazing. So hello, Carmen. Carmen asked me a question about Twitter and LinkedIn and how to get the maximum out of those 2 social media channels. So I've got a little stat for you, Carmen, and anybody else who uses Twitter. If you use Twitter and you put tweets out there, did you know that a tweet lasts on average 18 minutes? 18 minutes. That is not a lot of time. So that is why you will see a lot of people that are on Twitter a lot. You might see repetitive messages from them, repetitive tweets. And that's because they know this rule of the 18 minutes, that after 18 minutes, your tweet is probably lost forever. There is that many people tweeting, and the pace of change on Twitter is so fast that your tweet is lost within 18 minutes. So for me personally, if I'm promoting one of my webinars on Twitter, I wouldn't think twice about scheduling that tweet to go out 3 times a day. And I would not worry that people were going to go, what's she doing? Why is she telling me that again? Did she think I can't read? Like, does she think I didn't see it the first time? Because most often people don't see it, because 18 minutes is all it lasts. So that's the key thing with Twitter. The other thing with Twitter is that globally you get trending hashtags. So if you choose hashtags that are trending, then you have the likelihood that you can get picked up by more eyeballs, more people. And so when you go on your Twitter app, I'm just going to look on mine now just to make sure I give you the absolute best information. So if you go on your Twitter app and you look at, so on your app, you've got 4 icons at the bottom. One is a little magnifying glass. If you click on the magnifying glass, it will show you what's trending in your country. So you can scroll down there. At the moment, I've got football news, I've got real news, as in world news, Premier League football, what's trending in the UK, news bites. I've got a few other things. What you can do there is across the top, it will give you other little subsections of other things that might be trending. So at the moment, I've got For Me, which is things that Twitter thinks that I want. I've got COVID-19, boring. I've got trending, as in global trending. I've got news, sport, fun, entertainment. So you can start to look at other things that might be trending on Twitter. So what I would say with Twitter, if you're going to choose your hashtags, choose something that might be globally trending. So on a Monday, Monday motivation, that globally trends on a Monday. On a Wednesday, hashtag Wednesday wisdom, that usually trends on a Wednesday. On a Thursday, hashtag Thursday thoughts, that usually trends. Friday, hashtag Friday feeling, that usually trends. So if you want to get seen on Twitter by more eyeballs, using those really popular hashtags is a good way to do it, but you have to also be prepared for the fact that there's a lot of noise on Twitter. So if you really want to get your message seen, then you need to have followers, you need to grow your following. And so the best way to do that is to look for people who might want to follow the same hashtags that you're interested in. So if you're interested in, for you, Carmen, artist, you might have hashtag artist, hashtag painting. You need to look for people who also use those hashtags regularly, because they're also then going to show that they're interested in what you're interested in. So I hope that helps. So that's Twitter. On Twitter, you've got 18 minutes to make a difference. After 18 minutes, your tweet is gone probably forever, unless your amazing community have retweeted it for you. And if they've retweeted it for you, then it can live for 18 minutes on their channel. And if their contacts retweet it, 18 minutes on their channel. So think about when you throw a stone in a pond and you get that ripple effect. That's Twitter. Your first ripple is 18 minutes. That's all it is. But the next ripples could allow your tweet to last a lot longer. So I hope that makes some sense. Sally just said, can I say those hashtags again? Yeah, of course I can. So on Twitter, Monday motivation. Tuesday is often Tuesday motivation as well. Wednesday wisdom. So hashtag Wednesday wisdom. Thursday is often Thursday thoughts. Friday is often Friday feeling or Fri-yay. That can often be trending. But those sorts of popular global hashtags are often trending on Twitter. Oh, I think we might have a helper coming in. Oh no, he's gone. I thought my little Oliver was coming in to help us. So they're the weekday hashtags on Twitter. Often Saturday morning, you know, you'll get lots of people having a cup of coffee and talking about what they're doing on a weekend. Sunday, you'll often get like Sunday vibes, that sort of thing. So have a go with Twitter. I've had amazing success with Twitter. I think I've got 5,000 followers now on Twitter. I don't really use Twitter that often at the moment. And that's just because the pace of change on Twitter is so fast. I just can't keep up. And I'll often have people tag me in on Twitter. And so I support them. So if they tag me, I'll give them the retweet because that's why they've tagged me. I'll do what they want me to do. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Rachael Howourth. So if you tag me, I'll always retweet you. But yeah, I tend not to focus on Twitter at the moment, but it can be really good. It can be really good. Ashley Leeds. Hello, Ashley Leeds. Whoop, whoop. Ashley Leeds in the house. Cheers to you, Ashley. This is my 4th Prosecco. So this is going to be a fun live tonight. So yeah, Fun Friday. That can often be a trending hashtag on Twitter. So I hope, Sally, that answers your question on Twitter. But the other thing that you asked me about was LinkedIn. Now, I know that there's a lot of us on here that do a lot of great work on LinkedIn. I can honestly say, I think this is accurate, that if I had not have been as active on LinkedIn as what I've been in the last 5 years, I honestly do not think my business would be where it is now. Because those of you that know me through the MySalesMentor brand don't know all the stuff that's happened before that. The MySalesMentor brand is literally 6 weeks old. That's it. 6 weeks. I gave birth to that brand. But before that, I've got almost 5 years of business experience in another business that I pretty much have grown through LinkedIn. So I love LinkedIn. It is probably my favorite social media channel, just because I can associate so much of my growth and support and my network to LinkedIn. Although at the moment I have to say I love Instagram because of the creativity behind it, but LinkedIn really, it just is a business platform. It is an amazing platform. LinkedIn is number 2 in the world. It is huge. LinkedIn is huge and a massive source of B2B leads. So if you want to sell to businesses and you're not on LinkedIn, I would urge you to get on LinkedIn. Absolutely get on LinkedIn. We can figure out together what you might post. You know, you might feel confused about what you might post, and maybe, you know, if you guys, and tell me in the comments, if you want me to go really deep into LinkedIn next week, I will do that for you. Because if you are selling to businesses and you are not on LinkedIn, you are missing out massively. But you do need to know what to post. So I can see you've got some comments coming in. What have we got here? Come on, I can't read them all. I've made my screen too small. Here we go. Ashley, much of our business comes from LinkedIn. Yes, absolutely. LinkedIn needs some help. Okay, Elizabeth, I can help you with that. LinkedIn is amazing. Sally, I answered her question. That is awesome. I can't see the post that went before that. I know it was about, oh, Elizabeth, Pinterest has 85% click-through buy rate. So you can make a pin related to your product and attach it to your website. Elizabeth, are you a Pinterest queen? Are you awesome at Pinterest? Because maybe one night I could get you on the little camera with me, Elizabeth, and we could talk about Pinterest, because that is part of what I want to do in this group. This group is not the I Love Rachael show. I've got enough of that love at home. I've got a lovely family. I don't need adoration in this group. I am here to support you and help you. And if Elizabeth has got amazing knowledge on Pinterest, then we need to tap into that, Elizabeth, don't we? Because it sounds like you would be amazing at helping us out with our Pinterest. So let me know, Elizabeth, if you're up for that. And if you're up for that, I will figure out how to get both of us broadcast into the group. So let's just quickly talk about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is quite different to a lot of the channels in that, you know, I've just told you that Twitter, you have an 18-minute span of life in your tweet. On LinkedIn, your post can last for weeks, like months. I've had people posting or commenting on a post that I've put out for months after I actually posted it. And that is because of the way that the hashtags work. It's also because of the way that that ripple effect works. So on LinkedIn, they make it really clear to you whether somebody's in your first line connection, whether they're in your second line connection, and whether they're in your third line connection. So it's that ripple, you know, that stone effect, ripples in a pond. If you have your first line connections very interested in what you're saying, the more that they like and comment, the more that that will go out to your second line, which is their connections. Your first line's connections are your second line. So the more engaging you make your content, the more that people will comment on it, and the more then that your content will be seen. I've had videos and posts on LinkedIn reach, God, what was the highest? I think it was about 80,000. It was thousands of people, more people than I could ever imagine getting my content in front of. And that was because of the lifespan of the post, the way the hashtags maybe exposed it a little bit more, and the way that my network had connected with that post. And their comments meant that the post went a little bit crazy and just went out to so many people. So it is possible. The key thing though, with all of this, with whatever channel you're using, is the number one thing, and is overlooked by so many people, is that the language that you use, the way that you write your post, the way that you communicate needs to talk to your ideal customer. And I'm not the only person to preach about ideal customer. Every marketing person would talk about ideal customer. Probably every sales strategist would talk about your ideal customer, or building a persona, building an avatar, building a profile. However they've phrased it, that what they're talking about is encouraging you to niche down on a specific type of person. And the reason that that's so important is because of the language. It informs where you post and where you are, but it also informs the language that you use. So I'll give you a prime example. One of the key words that my target audience would need to use for me to recognize them is ambitious. I'm looking for people that want to literally tear down trees, climb mountains, do anything they can, fight the woolly mammoth, walrus, whatever, to get to the goal. I am looking for people that are totally ambitious. So when I'm selling, when I'm, you know, growing my business, that is a word that I use. And if somebody doesn't resonate with that word, they're not my person. And I know that, and I don't waste time on the wrong people. I want to go to the right people, which means they need to resonate with the certain words. So doing a profile for your ideal customer and getting really into detail means that when you write content and you write posts for any social media channel, your words will resonate with them. And often the common mistake is you start your posts talking about the positioning for your product or service, but actually that's a step too far. You need to come back from that and talk about how is your buyer, your prospect, your future buyer, how are they feeling right now? What are the words that they would use? So this is the homework, right? We've got to the point where I know you well enough. I'm going to give you homework. This is your homework. You need to write down for me, if you had your ideal buyer stood in front of you right now, and you were able to say to them, if I could wave a magic wand for you, what would I be able to help you achieve? what would I be able to do for you? As the service provider that I am, what would you like me to do? If I could grant you 3 wishes with my magic wand, what would they be? And if you need to guide them at all, you might say, what do you want to achieve? What do you want to avoid? Or what do you want to overcome? What do you want to celebrate? So those 4 words, get them thinking, okay, what do I really want to achieve? And you might want to put a time limit on that. What do you want to achieve in the next 6 months? Because it's their answer that's going to tell you if they're the right person for you. So no matter what channel you are trying to communicate to your audience with, you need to use the right language. If you don't use the right language, you will be like ships passing in the night. You're in the same space for a moment in time, but the resonation is not there. And so you pass each other by. So you need to find your curiosity. Be genuinely curious with your audience. So I'm going to give you one extra bit of homework that is absolutely going to help you. And I was going to say guarantee, but I'm a bit nervous about saying that word, but I think it will guarantee that you will open up more opportunities. And maybe you want to go off and Google this, because it really is a thing. Look up the theory of reciprocity, okay? That is the reciprocal arrangement that 2 people come to. So somebody does something and you reciprocate, or you do something and they reciprocate. So you've probably heard of that. I'm going to give you something and you're going to reciprocate by giving me something back. I'm going to have a sip of Prosecco and you're going to reciprocate by saying, cheers, Rachel. Okay, so the theory of reciprocity, okay? I'll probably do a little post for you just to make sure, because it's a weird spelling. Reciprocity, it is a thing. And what it is the theory that says if you do something for somebody, they will instantly feel the need to do something back for you. Okay? Now, I'll give you a real example of how I use this right now. Today, I've used it today and it's worked. I've used it yesterday and it's worked. And I've used it the day before and it's worked then as well. So yes, I pretty much can guarantee that this will get you a result, okay? When somebody follows you on a particular channel, I use this a lot on Instagram. When they follow me, if they look like somebody that I need to know, or that they might need to know me, so maybe they look like my ideal customer, or they look like somebody who could be my ideal customer, or somebody who I could impact, or somebody who could impact me. The message, the first thing I send to them when they follow me, I look at their profile, I assess, can I help them? Can they help me? Are they a good person for me? And then I send them a message. And the message, the wording, I want you to write this down, okay? You need to write this down. Don't get it wrong, because if you write it wrong, it doesn't have the same effect. The message that I send them, in fact, I don't want to say it wrong. I'm going to give it you exactly. I'm going to give it you word for word, the way that I send it. And I am going to get up somebody's message right now. Okay. I say, thank you for following me, or thanks for following, dash, I've followed back for you. And the bit that is for you is the reciprocity. Thanks for following. So I'm being grateful. I've followed back for you. I've done that for you. I have done that for you. And therefore that, the kind of inference, the pressure I'm inferring, I've done that for you. What are you going to do for me? Okay, now they've already followed me, so I'm not asking for a follow back. What I'm asking for is the answer to my next question. So thanks for following. I've followed back for you. And then the next question is, anyway, tell me all about you. Tell me about your business. Tell me about, I ask all sorts of things. Tell me, how long have you been doing what you're doing? What does self-development look like for you? How do you find sales, easy or awkward? So I select based on who they are, what questions I might ask them. But the key thing that you need to use is that question, that inference of, I've done this for you. What are you going to do for me? Thanks for following. I've followed back for you to help you grow your followers. I'm helping you. What are you going to do back for me? And then, because they feel like, oh, bless Rachel, she's done that for me. Wow, she's done that for me. Now she's asking me a question. Hell, I'm going to answer it for her because she's asked me a question. What a nice lady. She wants to get to know me. And of course I do. I'm a people person through and through. Of course I'm a salesperson and I want to sell my coaching programs as much as the next person. But you've got to put that to one side and be genuinely looking for the right people, genuinely. Because if it isn't genuine, come on. We're all clever, aren't we? We're all, our radar, our little ping, 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 is somebody just trying to sell to me, our little red flag radar, it goes up. So if somebody isn't genuine, we'll know that. We'll know it. So you've got to be genuine. If you look at someone's profile and you think, you're not my person, you're not for me, well then don't bother. Don't do the reciprocity. Don't send the messages because they're not your person and you won't be genuine. So you need to be genuine, but that theory of reciprocity, I guarantee if you use that as a way in and then you ask a question that leads the person to start talking back to you, you will have a good conversation. And I've been having conversations for sort of days, for weeks with people on various platforms, just trying to establish what do they need, could I provide it, and all the time they're trying to sell to me as well. So everybody's trying to weigh each other up, but it's in the quality of your questions that helps you to get to know whether they're the right person for you. So I hope I haven't rambled on for too long. Oh, Ashley, look at you. You are a superstar. You've Googled it. You are so awesome. Thank you. And Elizabeth, you're going to do a Pinterest session with me. Fantastic. I'll message you and we'll get that in the diary. But yes, look, Ashley's popped us a Google link there. The theory of reciprocity. It really, really does work. So on that note, I usually only stay on for half an hour. It's 7:35 and I've only had a couple of sips of my Prosecco and you guys have listened to me ramble on. I don't think I've missed any questions. Please shout me if I have. Yeah, please let me know if I've missed any questions. But I'd love to do maybe 2 lives a week. So I don't know when else is a good time. Tuesday seems to act like a really good day for me, and you guys are tuning in a bit more, which is good. So Tuesdays, if we could get Tuesdays in, that would be good. One other thing that I need to let you guys know about is that I've got a program launching on the 1st of September, and the people that have applied to be on it, I need to get them into a Facebook group. And what I was going to do is maybe set up a new Facebook group, a different one. But I think I'm just going to invite them into this one because I haven't ordered food yet. Do you want to say hello to everybody? Just stand up and just say hi. Look at that. Oh, good boy. Well done.
There's other people on the call.
Yeah, there's quite a few other people on the call, but we can't see them on this one.
Yeah,
all right.
Nobody came in except Daddy and Auntie Donna asked me.
Okay, well, give me 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Can you give me 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Good boy. Thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna go live probably on another day. I don't know. I'm thinking Sunday night because Sunday night feels like a good night because we're all gearing up for a big week at work. But yeah, this program that starts from the 1st of September, I'm going to put the program participants into this group. And then what will happen is on a Tuesday night, I will run a masterclass with those people on Zoom and I will beam it into this group so that even if you haven't applied to be on the program, you can still get access to the masterclass because this is a community that I want to build and invest in, and I want us to build a place where you feel like you can come and ask questions and get answers and get really involved. So that what I don't want to do is build a second group for the program people, and I'd much rather bring them in here. And if after the program's finished they want to leave, well, that's fine. But you know, let's be honest, they won't want to leave, will they? Because we'll make them feel really welcome and they will enjoy it here. And yeah, it'll be hopefully a good outcome. So, oh, thank you, Sally. Oh, Elizabeth, what a cutie. Hi, Oliver. Thanks, Ashley. He's getting better. When he sees mummy on a video call, he's just like that. Oh God, whatever. He's 6, so he's just a bit like, yeah, bored of it. But yeah, bless him. So thank you guys for being patient, having my family coming in and putting up with me on the old Prosecco. Have a good rest of your evening. And as ever, I'll be posting in the group during the week. If you've got questions, just post them. I've got the group set up so that I have to approve your posts. And that's just because so many of these groups have just spammy posts coming in that put people off being there. And I just want to make sure that this group is about quality and not quantity. So at the moment, I've got it set up that I have to approve your posts. But I will approve any post, you know, as long as you're adding value for each other, I will approve every single post. If you're spamming and dumping and running, then no. But I think I've only let people in that want to be part of the My Sales Mentor family, build a community. So yeah, if you want to post and ask a question or tell us about your day or celebrate something that you've done or maybe something that you've learned that somebody in the group could benefit from, please, yeah, just post it in and let's start encouraging each other so that, you know, it doesn't have to just be the Rachel show. I'm more than happy to be your leader, but yeah, if you want to post in, just post in and let's grow our community. So on that note, I'm going to dial out and leave you to your either Tuesday afternoon if you're Sally or Tuesday evening if you're here in the UK. So cheers to you, and I will see you soon. Take care. How do I get out? Here we go. I'm getting out.